Welcome back to Wood Acres. Today we're making the chicken array. We have another warm day here for January. The wind has picked up and we did get a little bit of rain, but it is not too bad for a January day. Now we left off yesterday not getting the window installed in the mushroom coop, so we do have to get that done before we can start a new project. Huh, Maverick, what are all these chickens doing out here? So I'm gonna throw you back to get all caught up and then we'll talk about today's project. Snowballs. Ginny, what are you doing out here? Trying to get that late worm. Lil Row. You guys are making everybody else jealous. Rufio. You need to tighten it up, buddy. Oh, Math, we got some birds out. That never happens. What are you doing, Maybelle? How'd you get separated? Everybody came around and then left you here. Maverick, Maverick, Maverick. Come here. You don't chase ducks. Maybelle, let me help you. Come here. Mav, come here. Let me open the gate for you. Even though she could have just walked around. No, 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 not that open gate. Hold on, hold on. Go uphill. Echo Pop, you need to shut this gate. All right. Up the hill, through the chickens, round the barn you go. Beep, beep. Keep going. Scoot, scoot. You got to go all the way around. You should have followed the flock when you had the chance. Gonna need that. I'll walk you around, Maybelle. Go ahead. We'll find the other ducks for you. There's Jezebel, Hermione. Maverick, slow down. There you go. Little white ducks there too. Join the flock. Mambos. The gray bells are in the pond. No, she's bowing to Duke. But that's not Duke. That's a little gray suit. It's one of Duke's kids. Yeah, go hang out with the grays. Good. Bet that feels good. Maverick, get off the ramp. The wind's blowing the door shut. What happened to my rock? There it is. All right, come on. Pop. Dizzy, you gonna help today? Now we were able to get the window installed on the mushroom coop today, and that's gonna block a lot of the wind coming in from the back. And I also got a chain on the door so the wind doesn't blow it open past the hinges. Baldwin, be nice. Don't mess with me, boy. Oh, Baldwin. No, you're just a fighter. You are just a fighter, boy. You're pretty good at it, too. He's giving me the old 1-2, left, right. Yeah, you big old flower. Over here on the door, it's a heavy door, and whenever I open it, it would actually bend on the hinges. I don't want it to be stressing out the hinges because I have these boards here and they actually hit the backside. But now I have them stopping right before they start bending the hinges. I just had this spring lying around and I figured I could use it for this door. Now I attached it to the top of the door there and you can see the chain going back to the spring. Whenever the door starts to open, it starts to stretch that spring and then it maxes out right before the hinges max out. So that's just gonna help keep the wind from blowing the door off the hinges. Huh, girl, it's bright in here. Look at all the light coming in and that setting sun on the back side. I gotta clean your window, but that's a lot of light coming in there. Gorgeous. Now there is one more thing I would like to add, but I got these bolt latches on both sides because whenever I was installing this, that wind was just trying to blow it right in. So hopefully having a latch on both sides is going to keep that from getting blown open. Now we have the hinges on the bottom. They were also just sent in. That way whenever we open the window, we can let some air in without letting the rain in. Now clearly I have to clean the window. It's a bit dusty, but I also want to add a chain on the top so whenever I open the window, it doesn't come all the way open. I only want it to open about a third of the way. So I'm gonna have to grab a different piece of chain for that, but we're in winter right now, so I don't think I'm gonna need to open that window too often. But I can definitely tell the wind is not coming in here as much now that we got that all closed off underneath the roof. We still have some gaps around the door, but we don't want this completely airtight. These birds do need some airflow. And they have been using their nesting buckets too. I think that, yep, they started using two. Still a few eggs in the box. They don't like the middle bucket for some reason. But I think it's gonna be much better for you birds. Let me out. We got some other chickens to work with today too. Huh, girls? Hawkbait, hoo-ha. We got Flight Risk over here. Pierogi, Pure White, Samantha, Meredith, Maverick. I see you, bud. Beep, beep, dark, dark Duchess. I don't have Echo in here, do I? Nope, Echo's over there. All right, come on, we have a chicken array to build. The mushroom coop is all taken care of. Now, if you don't know what I'm calling the chicken array, I'm gonna refer to you to my duck array. On ducks, we have some ropes coming off the barn here. They're all attached to one eyelet up top. And I have ropes coming off to each of the fence posts going around the pen. And the purpose for this is to create a visual blockage to make a hawk think it can't come in here. A hawk isn't gonna dive bomb a bird if it doesn't think it can get back out. And so far this has been working. I've never seen a hawk actually fly into the duck pen here. Now we don't have both pens covered. They still have some open area out there in the barnyard. Maverick, get off that ramp. Come here, you pup. But if a hawk is flying over, they try and take cover, and at least they have a safer place they can run into. And it's been a few years since I've had it over this pen. This is actually the second rendition. The first set of ropes actually wore out. I actually just used yarn the first time. That's why it didn't last too long sitting out here in the sun and the weather. But this is actually a thicker UV rope. So this should last a lot longer around this pen. We actually have some left over. I'm hoping to do a little pen for the chickens as well. But with the UV coverage on this, I'm hoping this is gonna last a few more years. But I also wanna make a little pen covered for the chickens too. Come on, pups, we got works to do. Echo, bring. Good boy. You gonna help, Maverick? Nope. Good boy. Now we're gonna be working over this pen here right outside the barn. I just wanna cover up this 10 by 20 pen that we have. Now we have 5 posts, I think, going around this pen because that one doesn't really have a top. It goes right into the barn. So we're gonna run strings to at least 4 of these posts. I might just run them to the T-post too. It's not really gonna matter. So we might be able to do 6 strings and that'll keep the strings tighter together so maybe the hawk won't think it'll fit. And for an anchor point, I'm thinking about Oh, who brought this? More importantly, who left it? Pape. I know, it was your cousin. But we have a board scabbed up there and we're gonna bring all the strings back to one spot. So I think we can put an eyelet right into that board and then they'll kind of just web right off to the posts. Pup, you can't be out here all the time to protect the birds. And I have seen a hawk fly right into the barn door. They actually have some nice perching spots in these tall trees right around the barn. Maverick, what are you doing? That's a pile of poo. You know that's all poo you're playing on. Pup, I don't want to give you a bath. Now I already gathered up some eyelets that I had in the garage and we have the bag of tools up here. Now we just need the rope. Pup. Yeah, my dad picked up a box of produce I can give to the animals too. I already gave them a bunch. Piggies, you hungry again? Oh, you guys are playing outside. Oh, I see you. You guys walking over the feeder to get in. That's not good. I'm not giving it to them all at once. We're just slow feeding them. Now we should have the rope back here on the shelf, and we do. Hopefully we have enough left. Pup. But I would like to get some strings out here for a chicken array, so let's see what we can do. Alright, it is starting to come together here, but I ran out of rope, so I wasn't able to make it to the last post. I'm gonna look and see if I have something I can just extend that one line and finish that off. But I might have to get more rope so I can string a few more lines and get tighter gaps. Maverick, don't chase any birds. We're starting to get a sunset. Look at that, goats. Thanks, roosters. Alright, I'm gonna see if we have any string left. Maverick, quit trying to sniff Rufio. Come here. Come on. Come on, Pop. Good job, Rufio. Huh, Pop. Nice. Alright, now that was just what I was going for. I had just enough rope with that extra bunch I found in the garage to finish this off to the last post. Pop, we're almost done, bud. I was able to get 6 lines run across here, and I think they're tight enough gaps that a hawk won't try and get in. On Dot, you should be safe in there with your broccoli. Good girl. I'm pretty happy with it. I was planning on doing this chicken web here for a while, and hopefully it'll give the chickens a little bit more safety. Pops, you ready? Maverick, sit. Life. Alright guys, that's going to be all for this one. It's actually the next morning and I forgot to hit the button during my closing yesterday. So if you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Good pull. Still got to close the barn up though. Goats.